Okay, so I'm just going to show you real quick some DIY concrete pots. Just square pots, 3 inches by 3 inches by 4. Made using my 3D printed cement mold. So basically the parts are, you'll have your base plate, 2 sides, and then the center. What you will need are some bolts. These are just 1/4 inch by 20, but like 5 mil, 6 millimeter will work as well. A 5/8 bolt, and then the clamps. Concrete, I mean, use what you want. It really doesn't matter, but for smaller pots, I find cement all rapid set works the best, and it's white, so you can dye it. That's mixed 4 parts concrete to 1 part water, so about milkshake to applesauce consistency, if you don't know what that is. Some tips I would recommend. I ended up putting packing tape over these to make them slip out easier. And then you can also use some silicone lubricant just to help pull them out. And what it is when you have your mold set up like this in the center and the concrete pots poured in there, you'll be able to flip this over, put the bolt in there, and just pull it right out. So the way that works so well is because the bolt's threaded all the way down in there, so you're pulling directly out like this. You're not prying or anything like that. So it makes life way easier on these to remove the center pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble all 3 molds and show you pouring some and then pulling them out. Alright, so as you can tell, both of the centers have packing tape over the top of them, and I've already sprayed them with some lubricant silicone. This just helps break the suction when you're trying to remove the center after they dry up. Here's the concrete mix. As you can tell, it's kind of, there's technical terms for this, but I imagine most of you aren't going to care about that. Let's just call that applesauce, milkshake-ish consistency. You know, you want it thick, but you need it to run still. Simple enough. I'm going to pour it into these pots, fill it up to the top. You want to tap the pots, and pretty much we'll go from there. So let's give that a shot here. I don't know how well I can do this one-handed. Yeah. Yep. All right. Resume in just a second. Okay, so you see both of them are filled, not quite to the top, but close enough. Just want to give everything a little tap. What you're trying to do is just get the bubbles to rise. If you don't want to see bubbles in your pots, who I'm making these for, they don't really care. It's for an industrial look, but for my sake, I prefer it without any bubbles. You can poke them out like I do. Well, try to do. There we go. It's a little easier to get the bubbles out the runnier this is. This was a little thick, but it's quite cold right now. I don't know if you can tell the flannel. It's probably 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and I'm in a bar. But yep, we're going to let that set up. About an hour, and then I'll show you the removal process. I'm going to fill that one up right now. Okay, so here's the center plug. Pulled it out. You can see I just used a 5/8 bolt, threaded all the way in there. It comes out really easily as long as you do it probably in the first 20 minutes. As you can see, the tape doesn't last more than 1 or 2 pours, and you got to retape it. I've tried using epoxy and stuff too, so... but this works. So in the greenhouse now, so that's going to bake. That's the last one of this order I needed to do. But yep, if you have any questions, let me know. If you're going to 3D print these and you need the files, they're on Colts 3D. The physical mold is on Etsy. Thank you very much.